Good afternoon. Let's play a little Vintage Story. This is going to be a shorter stream. I have two main things that I want to get done. I want to figure out the size of the Void Vault spell and the crafting recipes for Arcanus. Come on, why does it always have to rain? Screw you, rain. Alright, so this is the Void Vault. You right-click on it, I have it to where it, like, opens up and unlocks, so then it has a shader that happens. Right now, I just put in the standard 9 slot, but I need, like, an actual... amount, right? Like, I just need to know what the amount is. I used just the texture from the Thaumic Workbench as a placeholder texture, so at least something's mapped. But yeah, I kind of need to know how many slots this should be. I was thinking, like, double chest size. I'm not sure. Not sure. So yeah, then when you close it, the shader goes away, and it just, like, closes back up. But this is the same inventory, no matter where you access it from. So I think that's pretty cool. So, let's see. Oh, and I have the Modded Gamer. Thank you for the follow. Of course, I also have it to where you cast the spell, and you have two versions of it, right? You have this version here, which, it's a temporary version. It lasts 60 seconds. This one's a permanent one. Hey, Dank. How's it going? What's up, dog? Yeah, I'm feeling, not feeling better. Really. Law. Got my names matched up. I got you. That's good, less confusing. But, yeah. I decided to throw this in. Really, the bigger thing is, like, this is cool and all, but I really need to figure out Arcanus. Like, I like the idea of, we gotta figure out two things. Arcanus and how I kind of bridge the gap in mana regeneration. And see if that expired. So, that's cool. About 60 seconds. Boom. So, I threw in... I was pretty busy at lunch today. I ended up whipping up this model. I pretty much brought this whole spell online. Like, it's an inventory that everyone has their own personal inventory. Hey, Dank, thanks for the sub. 6 months. Damn. That's awesome. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. I'm still a little sick and congested, but I wanted to work on something. This isn't, like I said before at the start of this isn't going to be a long stream. Just because I've been in less than an hour, I'm going to have to go to a ninja class for my little guy. Hopefully wear him out so he sleeps the whole night through, because I had to get up 3 different times throughout the night last night and not feeling well. Oh, it was rough. It was really rough. But yeah, I want to focus on, I guess, 2 things, right? This is all fun and games. This is cool. But I decided to make a mana focus. I don't think I like the mana focus. And I didn't spend that much time on it, but I don't think I like it because it's something that I whatever man, good investment. Yeah, for sure. Bless you. Yeah, I'm like, it was a rough day at work. It was rough. I feel like having a focus, it's not the approach that I think I want. So the idea is you would grab one of these, right? Where did that go? I adminate it. Awesome. Let's grab focus out, right? You put it in your main hand. Let's get rid of some of my magic here. Transmutation spam. Basically, as you meditate with this focus, it ticks down the durability of the focus, and it increases your mana regen by, at this point, instead of 1 per tick, it does 2 for the test. I don't like it because it's too... You'll be too dependent on it, right? When I bring in other systems, you'll be like, well, I always have to carry a mana focus, right? It's not the flat tire kind of patch approach to get you over the hump when you start to hit about 50 mana, and you know, doing your meditation just isn't cutting it. Like, I don't want people to be too dependent on this, right? Because like, you can sit, we can meditate, and then you'll see like each tick, I'm getting 2 mana points now, and it's taking 1 durability, right? It's too good. Like, it's not that it's too good, it's... I don't envision, like, a tier 3 max mage being like, oh, I need to get my, you know, my offhand focus here for, you know, whatever it is. Why can I not pick these up? That's annoying. Like, I don't know. I don't want you to have something in your offhand. I still argue for the real basic magic cloak or something to increase mana by like 1 or something. Yeah, well, see, the problem with that is, like, if you put it in one of these slots, like, it's not true armor, you know? Like, you pretty much have it forever. That was the problem with the, I had the wristband, right? Anyone who remembers, like, the original version of my mod, you put your wristband on for, like, your tier 1 mage, and it increases your mana regen by like +1, right? So you get 2 or +2, +3, +4, but you make it once and you don't do anything with it, and it just takes up an item slot. Like, it felt like a cop out. Blue wild GUIs flying around. Oh yeah. How about unlockable tier traits? Minimum mana, and you can do a ritual that drains all your mana and gives you Enlightenment 1 for faster regen. Higher cap removes the trait it gives the next. You know, it's funny you mention that, because I was thinking, like, it seems like the easiest way is like, okay, up to like 50 mana points, maybe your meditation regen becomes like 2 mana per tick, right? Until you get to like a certain point. Like, obviously, you'll never get up to like 20 mana per tick. Like, that's too much. Making it a ritual is interesting. Like, it's something, or maybe like an item you consume or something for like enlightenment. That'd be interesting. That'd be pretty interesting. Yeah, it just, I feel like with the focus, it's a dead end road, you know? Like, I don't want you to have the focus. Like, you're going out somewhere and you're like, oh, the durability's almost gone on this focus, you know, and I have to have it in my offhand all the time. I want you to have, like, whatever you want in your offhand. No, I'm fine with it being on the chest slot. I'm not saying perm items should have durability and be lost, right? Something that has cost, not anything that should last forever. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, though, right? Like, so you're talking about having it, like, I'm moving it from the headpiece to the chest armor, then. Like, I would like for it to not be on, like, your primary armor, you know, because then the chest armor becomes like the best armor. I mean, maybe that's not bad, right? Maybe it takes more resources to make your chest armor. But it's like I feel like there's a chance here to. We found a problem last night, right, where the meditation starts to feel bad, and it's like, how to approach it? Dank, man, you're changing things up. Dank, first your name, now your color. I mean, making it a ritual is kind of a neat idea. But is that going to be like too much for people? You know, like what would you sacrifice? You know, found a way to change it. Actually, it's not bad. Not bad. I like orange. Yeah, I don't know. That's the first thing, right? That I want to have that discussion about. How do I increase mana regen where it's not super overpowered? Because remember, I want to put mana potions in. I would like a way for you to take essence out of these generators, right? Or the thing where you like attune to one of these, and then you can like, you know, cast transmutation or something on it to sacrifice some of your stored essence to give you a mana regen buff for like however long it is. You know, like that, and it's like, well, how many ways are too many ways? You know, like I don't want you to have to carry a focus around. Like it's a good idea and like having it tick down, but it doesn't have like an endpoint, right? Like for primitive rituals, like adding +2, you know, like it's a lot for like a little timestamp. Ritual's a cool idea. Yeah, like that ritual. So I would have to have a way where you could see that what your maximum mana regen is, right? Like you would have to have a way to track it. Because like I'm thinking at most you should get like 5 MP per second. Like with your passive just straight meditate skill. You know, like that should be the max. And then that's spread out, that 5 is spread out between, you know, whatever your max mana is, right? So maybe it's 50, it's, you know, you gain 1, so then it's 2 MP per mana tick. And it needs to be an effect where, like, as your mana pool gets bigger, meditation's still good, but it's not, like, completely, you know, just overpowered, and you don't need mana potions, and you don't need any other systems, you don't need to sacrifice essence, right? It's just like, this is good enough for the rest of the game, forever. Small arcane elemental boss with specific drop, summon it and consume its core. I had thought about that with the first thing I thought about was an elemental boss, because I'm like, I have these in, but they are so far away. I don't have like any brains in these yet. I wanted to do different phases. Like, I just don't have the time right now to make it a drop here, right? And then you like consume that drop to, you know what I mean? Like, it is a good idea though, because it could be like a pure elemental core or something. All right, and then maybe that's the reagent for the ritual to increase your maximum mana regen permanently, passively by, you know, like +1 or whatever, right? So you get 2 mana per tick. So there's so many ways to like do it. I don't know which way to go. I don't know. Would be cool to do, you know, because then it would be worth it to like summon these things and go through the hellacious fight you're gonna have to go through. Did you end up looking at rift blooms any closer to see why they're taking so long to grow? You know what I need to do, Dank? I need to unjigger the tooltip information up top. Because this is how long rift blooms will take to grow. Let's pull them up. So we go to rift bloom. These are what the values are. So you have your slow, which is going to be 72 in-game hours, and 24 in-game hours, right? So rift bloom permanent, 1 slow, rust free. That is the sapling right there. So within 24 in-game hours, it should bloom. Let's speed up the world a little here, and we'll do some tests here. There, we'll... Right. So if I do that and that, so you get the concept, right? Enough time has passed. I skipped a day, and then it's 1 hour over, right? Because I clicked wrong. But yeah, that's the next thing. Now it takes 72 hours for these to in-game hours, right? But see, 72 but it says will mature in about 2 days. So I think that's what people are getting hung up on, is that you basically, it like doubles the time towards the end. So I think I just need to take another look at how long that is. But if you were to, actually hit it with a rift, it's only 12 in-game hours to go from, the first tier, then 12 to become fully mature. So 24 and 72 were the times. And I guess if I took 1, 2, 3 days and then bump it up, see, and then after 3 days, then they fully mature. So I'm wondering if it's just like I need to have it say what the correct, but it's so weird because it doesn't do it in 24 hours or anything. It's like some weird floating point decimal, and it's got the timestamp saved when it was planted, and then it does whatever the time lapse is, right? And then it tries to calculate that into the day-night cycle. It's weird, really weird. What's feel bad about it is if I plant a regular flower, it instantly is a fully grown rift bloom. Well, yeah. The drop rates are different, though. I think I made them different. So the unstable rift blooms, I don't think they give you as much resources as growing them. And the other thing is, it's kind of finite, right? I added the ritual to create flowers, but it's not they're free, You're gonna have to use cattails and papyrus to make that. Also, I think you had left by the time we had done this, but I have another ritual to create rot using cattails and papyrus as well. So you can make rot on demand and you can make flowers on demand. But and this is part of the feedback, right? It's good we're talking about this because I need to know, what's worth it, right? You shouldn't have a ridiculous amount, right? This shouldn't be growing like wildfire. It should take time, similar to your crops, right? You're growing an onion, it's not done in 2 days, fully grown, ready to harvest, right? It takes a little time. Maybe what I need to do instead is, instead of having it divide out by 1 day and then 72 hours, maybe it should just be 48 and 48. That way it feels like more even growth. And then, of course, to correct the time and adjust it accordingly. Yeah, because maybe that's what it is, right? It ticks fast at first, and you're like, oh, good, yeah, it's a little plant. But then, I'll make that change now. We'll see how it feels. Because it's even here. And it would still be 4 times as fast. Right, so we'll do a 48, 48, 48, and 48. There we go. Growth times adjusted. Let's take a look at the timing. Maybe I can adjust that too. I think it's in here. It may not be in here. I think it's in the other one. The block entity. Oh, man. My lungs are on fire. Oh. Okay, block info. So days left. I have hours till growth minus the total time lapse divided by the hours per day. See, this is... Okay, so this is the annoying part. I didn't fudge the numbers. This is what the saplings actually do. But and that's why if you ever look at the in-game saplings and it's like, oh, it's gonna mature in less than a day, and like a day goes by and you look and it still says less than a day, then you come back later that night and then it still says less than a day. This I literally copied this from from the saplings. I remember I tried to fudge the numbers here, but it's weird. It's like janked a little bit. But let's see what this is going to look like now. Yeah, it just seems like nothing is happening. Yeah, maybe if I had like another growth cycle, but I just didn't want to make like another model, right? It's like there's already like the seed, and then it blooms, and then, you know, it's mature. All right. Let's make it like 12. Here we go. Daytime. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, see, we'll sprout in about 1 day. Still sprouting about 1 day. And we're over a day. Now, we are a day and like 1 hour over. And it says we'll sprout in less than a day. So if I come back here, that is technically 2 days, right? Because I'm back on 12. See, so there's some gap there, right? If I jump ahead 1 hour, okay, now they're ticking over, right? So it's like we'll mature in about 1, and then yeah, days, right? So again, right, like there's 1 day, but it's not that, right? And now it's less than a day. It's weird how it like offsets, right? It's almost like I need to come up with my own wording and say 2 days, and then 1 day, and then have it grow, right? To see now, these should right there. They should grow. I'm thinking. Oh wait, no, I'm still on the. Okay, there we go. What, you know what I mean? It's just weird, right? It's like close enough. Break those. So let me come in here and do this, right? So let's say what if I just say we'll sprout in a day? And then we'll sprout in about whatever days, right? So I could do something like that. Maybe I gotta fudge it here and just add a day, right? In about a day. Right, and then we'll mature in about a day. We'll sprout in about whatever days, right? So I can add the 1 to offset it. All right, let's see what it's like now. See, it was 3 for a second, and then it went right down to 2. So it's weird, right? It's weird. 3, 2. I guess if this is... I'm casting it as an int, so I can't even put in a decimal point in the beginning, right? So I think that's something people are going to have to live with, right? It goes down, and then bam, 2 days, right? So, which is 48 hours. So we're on 13, so if I go to 12, 11, so we're into day 2. So 12, it's still, right, we'll sprout in about a day. So if I go to 13, this is technically the 2-day mark. But it's like, add an hour, there you go, right? Now, it could be because when I click on 12, maybe by the time I'm like pulling it out and like planting it, some time had passed. Maybe if I had waited like 10, 15 more seconds instead of jumping another hour, it would have been fine. But you know, again, right? All right, we'll mature in about 2 days. Maybe this would be better, Dank. Like, you think that's a little better? Shouldn't it have a little bit of randomness to it? Not with the in-game transition properties. Can't really have randomness in it. It reads it by taking, I'll show you. You have to extend block entity transient. It's what all the bushes use, it's what all the trees use, all the saplings, all of your crops. They all use this, time stamping system. And I'm not going to rebuild the time stamping system, right? It parses it out through the JSON file here, which is how I can do this. So basically, what I do is I do a item swap, like a block swap, when there's a rift around. So the new faster block will have 12 hours, ticking away. 12 in-game hours. I also think that, it may actually go faster than that, because I also increase the counter modifier as well. So I think technically having a rift around makes it grow 8 times faster now that I'm thinking about it. So, I don't know, maybe there's something to be said about that. I think that is why these feel weird. All other plants mature close to the same time, but not exactly together. Yeah. I mean, I'm using the same system. So what you see, like, when they're all kind of going, I'm skipping an hour, right? So if there is some randomness, I'm killing it when I'm skipping to the next hour. But I have some that are growth stage. Oh, another thing, Dank, that's going to depend on the nutrition of your soil and the water moisture level too. Remember, like, those are like real plants that are growing, so that is going to affect the time as well. These don't get planted on farmland, so it doesn't have those same variables. And besides, right, like, if I were to add like random stuff, I mean, that would kind of, that would kind of mess this whole thing up, right? Like, it's a weird system. I just want to get it working enough to where, like, it doesn't feel like a slog. I guess I'm not in my mind before. It's like, all right, it's a seedling, right? It doesn't take long for a plant to germinate, but it takes longer for it to mature. Maybe I can't use that approach. It needs to be like literally half and half. 2 days for that cycle, 2 days till it's fully grown, done. And when it's fully grown and ready to harvest. All right, it is weird, but it reads better now. Yeah. Should make use of those rifts. See, I'm glad we were able to deal with that. All right, now let's go back to mana. How am I going to get this going? If a rift room grows faster with a rift nearby, temporal stability 0 at a rift, do they grow faster in temporally unstable areas? Nope, because it doesn't use temporal stability. Temporal stability only exists in players. It doesn't exist, like, in your world, There are temporally unstable areas where when you are in that area, it affects your player temporal stability. It's a watched attribute on the players. And then it will decrease it based on your Y and how deep you are into that bubble, right? And further down you go, right? It's like a compounding thing. Technically, right now, I'm in a temporally unstable area, but nothing else besides players understands what that is. What the way the plants work is when a rift is around, the plants are looking every so often for a rift, and then if they see in their bubble, their sphere of influence, that there is a rift, then they will convert themselves into the faster growing plant, right? So if I were to spawn a rift here, boop, you'll see this will convert. Oh, actually, that one won't because that's fully grown. Hold on. There, we'll plant a couple more here. Boop. I'll put it here. See, I have it to where, like, you can see when they're affected because rift particles come off of the plant. And the mouse over there, right, it says a nearby rift is affecting this plant. Right, so I'm trying to give you indicators, but again, right, if you look at the will sprout in about 2 days, it doesn't understand time is accelerated. This system is annoying to work with a little bit. So, like, technically, maybe what I should do is say, I mean, I'd have to divide it by 4. Basically, if it's affected by a rift, it should say will sprout with, you know, in about a day as the default. Right? Because it's either that or put in a bunch of math that doesn't make sense. It's not like it's a tree that's going to take 24 in-game days to suddenly shoot up from a sprout. So I guess let's fix that too. Man, I really wish I wasn't sick. This sucks. I hate being sick. Alright, permanent 3, 1. Permanent 3, fully ready to harvest. So if it's not 3, right, if it's 1 or 2, it does that. So what I need to do is, first of all, I'm going to paste this in here, and I'm going to put in an empty string, because I want a space between these two things. There we go. I like to space things out a little bit. So if this is okay, so what I would do is cut this out. Paste this in. Cut this out. Pop in else in here. And then paste that in, and then paste that in. And it's being weird. There we go. So basically, if it's a fast plant, we will just return this. Right there. And this. Right? Because time doesn't matter, right? It's going to be, if it takes 2 days to harvest and it's 4 times faster, then it's going to take half a day to harvest, which is about a day anyways, so, you know. So I'll just say we'll sprout in about a day. Can you make the message affected by growth stage specifically? Make it say things like the rift bloom will sprout soon, or this plant is about to bloom. I could, maybe, if I wanted to keep going down this rabbit hole. What's the point? You know, like, if you see the message that says in about a day, then you know within, like, 24, well, give or take, right? Like, it could be 24 hours and change, but, you know, it's gonna be soon, you know? Like, do you really want to know, like, it's about 2 more in-game hours until it... And then I'll be on the hook for that when it's not accurate. Oh, we could try it. We could try it. I guess this was long overdue, looking at this stuff. So I could try something like if... It could be more like a nested if statement. I can say if this is... See, and the problem is, I don't know what these decimal points necessarily mean. Like, days left, maybe that's like half a day, so what were you thinking, like, for half a day, it should say... Or maybe I should say soon, right? Will sprout soon? I don't know. And then this one was, I'm doing this wrong. So when these are regular, maybe, okay, let me focus on the regular first. I could banish that, or I could just plant something new. I'll just plant something new. There we go. See, okay, we'll sprout in about 2 days. Technically, that's 1 day. And then that should give us... That should be half a day, and I'm not seeing it. And that would be down here. Oh, because I didn't... oh, so it will sprout soon. Or will sprout in about a day. Or will sprout in about however many days. So it should be technically in here, but it's not. One is the sapling. Oh, let me save. Let me fireball it in. Okay, we'll sprout soon. So I guess... Is that better? Absolutely down to the nanosecond, right? I want to see decimal points in that growth. Make sure you don't cheap out on us. So what would soon be? Like half a day? Like, do I need to report half a day? Do I need to report... Because it seems like it's working. So while I'm in here, so I never have to come back, maybe it should be like in about half a day. And then we'll sprout soon. That sound good? When you got like a quarter day left, it kicks over to will sprout soon. Yes, Vice. All right. We got it. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. All right, instead of will sprout, for this one, I'll say will mature. Will mature in about half a day. There we go. Perfect. All right, now for this. Ugh. Ugh. Technically, I suppose... Since it is a timestamp thing anyways, I could just do this. All right? Still give the same information. Just in case I ever do anything. All right, we'll sprout soon. All right, let's go back over. Oh, good. So these will sprout soon. Looks like that rift was very generous. All right. So when these are affected, I want to see the same will sprout soon. All right, let's skip, I guess, a little bit. Oh, that's right. With the time skipping time like that, it's not going to do the calculations because it erases a rift. Damn it. All right, so I guess that's that. All right, so we'll mature in about 2 days. So a rift is affecting this plant. Oh man, is it calm? Rift activity is medium. Oh, I love when big gears go through me. It's amazing. All right, here's my admin thing. Yeah, the time go by naturally. Well, I only have so much time to live stream. That's why I'm hoping to rush it along. Hey, Blurry. I'm back. What did I miss in the last 28 minutes? Everything. Everything. Nah, I don't think you missed too much. All right, so I guess we'll let that go. See how it is. You know what? You know what we could do? Let's go back in here. All right, that's checking to reset it. I need to find where I am adjusting the ticks. Okay, this is where it's adjusting the ticks. Total hours till growth. Oh, is it only twice as fast here? 4 times faster. So I'm gonna make this a little easier. Instead of changing this maximum, I'm just gonna keep it at 48 all the way through, no matter if it's fast or not. And I will just increase the ticker itself. Because I just realized something. When the rift goes away and these plants convert, you could be just about ready to pop. But then it converts back, and instead of needing 12 hours, it now needs 48. So sure, you were generating things faster, but it wasn't true, right? You weren't getting the most out of it unless the plant had matured or went to the next phase before the... You know what I mean? See what I'm getting at? So maybe by doing this, we'll reload. Also, you said the drop rate. By the way, I know you have like 10k PMs in your Discord. I really do. But I got the green light to get you the servers, so I sent you some information when you have time. Yeah, I'll look at it tonight. Thank you for that. Also, you said the drop rate for elemental type creatures should be 1/3, and it does not feel like that at all. It should be 1/3. Well, 1/3, right? I'll show you. Yep, and I knew that was going to disappear. There we go. There we go. Rift is affecting. All right. Let's just let that tick. So let's look at which creature. Where are my entities? There we go. Entities, drone. Gone all the way down. Turtles all the way down. Here we go. Nope, it's not in here. Wait. Where's the harvest? Okay, here's the harvest stuff. So basically, I copied this from the drifters, pretty much, right? Like the temporal gears, it's a 2, almost 3% drop. I think this wasn't this. I think I got this from not the surface drifters, but the other. But that should be like a 2.6%, repeating almost drop rate for a temporal gear. This, it's 1, but then it takes from your stats, right? So if you're like a clockmaker or something, or you have something that increases this drop rate, that attribute, then it's an additive thing to this, right? Crystallized memories, I have. Oh, you know what? I actually have it dropping here too. So I guess you get a double bonus for crystallized memories because they actually fall out too. But this right here, this would be 33% with no variable, right? So you have like a 1 in 3 chance to have a small elemental crystal drop for the creature that you're fighting. Yeah. And see, the thing is too, like this has nothing to do, like if through the JSON files, I cannot parse if you have magic or not. Like I can't do it. But then again, remember, like I say all the time, it's true RNG. There are some playthroughs where I get no temporal gears. There are other playthroughs where, it's like, oh, I got my 5th one, and it's like my 3rd day. You know what I mean? Like, it's... I'll DM you videos of killing them. Yeah. I mean, I can probably kill him here. Will mature soon. Look at that. So... we had skipped a bunch of time. Let me do a reload of the world that will get rid of this rift, and we'll see if it still says will mature soon. I got like maybe 10-15 minutes. All right, so that should be going away. You know what I could have done? Let's pull up cleansing light. There we go. Goodbye. Eradicated. Oh, my temporal stability is like gone. I wonder why it looks dusty in here. Oh, they ticked over. Damn it. No! Well, now they're maturing. It seems like it's working, right? It seems like it's working. Got like 15 days on one in-game night. Public version. Got 15 days on one in-game night. Oh, you got 15. Yo, you got like 15 today. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I can make paper speak, I swear. He's talking about from the old version. Yeah. Well, Blurry, I think Blurry has access to the... Were you doing the alpha, Blurry? Oh, wait, the public version. Yeah, Jesus Christ. All right, I'm going to stop trying to decipher that stuff. All right, let's focus. So, I think Rift Blooms are pretty good. We looked at it. It looks like things are working. There are a couple of our tests. The timing's more accurate. The growth rates have been kind of stretched a little better. But let's kill some elementals. Let's do that. While I'm doing this stuff, think about how I can introduce mana regeneration. Think about it, please. Please. I got it. I want to nail this down. Want to nail it. Alright, we'll kill drones. They don't fly. Do you think it matters? Like, I'll just do all fire elementals. They all pull from the same pool. There we go. Alright, Bubbas. Let's do, the admin. Sword. Dead. Dead. Goodbye. Later. Can you please go down? I'm trying to kill your friends. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. Oh man, I gotta adjust that. Jesus Christ. Knife. Hey, look at that. Small fire crystal. That was 1. Nothing there. 2. 3. Oh! Crystallized memory. Oh. Oh, there we go. It's 4. Nothing. Nothing. What, 5 or 6? We'll say 6, 7. How many did I spawn? We'll say 7. 8. 9. This is 1, right? Alright, if it feels bad, but I got a crystallized memory. F you, RNG. Freaking RNG. They'll try and mess with it. Like, I don't understand this whole like thing here, right? You know, because like maybe I need to do like the very narrow, you know, like weird parabola crap. But see, I think this will give like 1 with a chance of like 2 now. So let's let's spawn more. Drone. Get rid of my lucky drops there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we got 10. There we go. It should be all 10. Let's see what this does. Nothing. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with that. See, temporal gear. Okay, there's 1. Right? Crystallized memory and a temporal gear. There's 2. Like, yeah, shit. There's 3. Oh, 1 second. All right, I got like maybe 8 minutes, so 4:50. I'm out of here. Yeah, lucky. There's another one. Oh, this feels better. I'll just leave it as that. There's another one. So actually, that made it like 50%, or at least I got lucky that time and had 50% success. You think that's better? Herbal tea is like a proven ritual here. Got sick, drink tea until it shows in your nightmares. See, I don't like tea though. There's one tea that I like. It's a cinnamon black like tea, like chive, like black, like it's good. It's good. And I think I don't like the tea part. I just like the cinnamon because it's like cinnamon punches you in the face. Like I don't have to add sugar or anything to it. It's really good. It comes in like this tin box. I gotta look at I forgot what the brand is, but when I see it in the store, I'm like, that's my tea. Seems better. How much did you up the value? Funny thing is, I didn't up it. I just increased the variable by 1. So I wonder if I bump that back down to 0 and I just make this. But you know, but it gave me pretty much a 50%. But you know, it's hard to tell. Like I hate this. I hate this quantity. I don't freaking understand it. You know, like I don't know. I could have got lucky. I could have been unlucky before. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. So you think, Aster, you think I should put this at 66? Screw it. We'll see what it does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Die. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. All right, let's clear this out. Nothing. 1. Nothing. Nothing. 2. Nothing. There's 3. There's 4. Nothing. And a rusty gear. So I got 4 and a rusty gear. I don't know, should we just leave it there? I played a lot with drop rates, modifying fantasy creatures to actually drop stuff reliably, but not too much. See, but I'm trying to understand it, right? So these are this is supposed to be like a 2%, right? This is a 2.6%. This is a 1%, right? That's how I thought it was. So this should have been a 66%. So either you're going to get a lot of these if you're lucky, or, you know, maybe what I got was about average, which actually would be a little lower than average, right? I mean, I can leave this value in for now. Maybe you should be getting more of these crystals. So let me change this in the other creatures. And then after I do that, I'm pretty much out. 66. You know, if that's the case, you know, why don't I just buff this? I'm feeling in the mood for like change. Crystallized memories. I'll keep that the way it is because there's another way that drops. There are actually multiple ways now. But like the rusty gear drop rate, you know what? Let's make that like 3. Let's make that 3. This one right here, temporal gears, you know what? Let's make that like 5. Right? It's not increasing it by a lot, but at least it'll be like slightly better than, you know, like the mid-tier drifters, right? It'll do the same thing here, right? Why not? 5, 3. Keep that at 2, 66. Right? The generosity just flows out of me. If we end up with too much, we can just chuck them in the brand new Devouring Vortex magical trash can. Or you could just tell me and I can lower it, right? It's part of the alpha. Just let me know. Just let me know. Yeah. I'd say that is pretty good. So we did some good stuff here. Damn, it's dark. There we go. A Devouring Void was happy. So I skipped a half a day, right? So I guess technically I'd still be within that 24-hour period. What was it, 16 or 18? Which one? When did I plant these? Oh, will mature soon. Oh, and there they go. I guess I had some lag there. Yeah, I skipped too many days. Boom. All right, that's that. You know, it seems like my creatures are not as prolific, right? I see one of them there. I see more drifters than I see my creatures. Which I should, right? Drifters are ridiculous. Are you unstable? That's a fully grown Rift Bloom. Oh, that's the one I planted over there. I'm like, wait, where'd you come from? And I only saw, like, a couple of those things flying. You know, my sentries flying around. I don't see any now. So, that's not bad. I don't think that's bad at all. Mentally unstable. All right, so we're dialing things in. So what I would love in the Discord chat, right, in our alpha chat, tell me how many spots this should have, right? How big should the Void Vault be? And no, I am not gonna make it to where you can like upgrade it or anything. Let's just give it a static item. Let's not give it frills, because this is a spell technically, right? And there's only one tier of spell. Oh, that's where the stuff went when I was pulling it off. Oh, I'm like, remember, I'm like, where did all the focuses go? Well, they all went in here. So perfect. I guess I'll have to look at that. Oh, did I have it up when I was like getting? I don't understand anymore. I don't know. Oh, it's putting it in automatically. Oh, I gotta fix that. But I just need to know how many, you know, should this be a single chest size or double chest, right? It's an ender chest, right? You see it over here. If you go to another one over there, right? It's basically my version of an ender chest, right? It's your following inventory. So let me know that. Think about the mana regen. You know? Maybe a mana focus isn't the way. Maybe, I mean, if we like the idea of a ritual and some kind of item that you have to like sacrifice to it if you have a certain mana amount, you know, let me know. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I gotta go. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh, wait. Let's raid someone. Twitch. Who is playing Vintage Story? I'm gonna have to raid and run. Raid and run. All right, Vintage Story. We got some people playing. Holy cow! Wow, look at all the people playing. It's like this game's popular all of a sudden. Holy cow! Oh, cool. Thought it was block instead of a spell. Well, it makes a block. I made a permanent version of it, so admins, when they're making their hubs for the portal and this, they can have like a permanent version. Man, I don't know who to raid. This dude looks chill. Oh wait, never mind. I couldn't. It was me. I'm like, oh, someone with a camera. All right, they look good. No, can't raid myself. All right, we'll just raid this dude. All right, everyone. /raid. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Later tonight, as long as I'm not dying from my sickness, I will be hopping back into the Discord chit chat and sharing my screen and working on things so we could have conversations. Let's iron out this alpha. You tell me what's wrong with my mod and I will fix it. Pretty quickly, actually. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye. Remember, Discord. Let's chat on the Discord. Tell me the mana. Tell me how much space they should have. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.